Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel with the Antigonus game. We are here with Metaphor Refantasio. We got back from the tower and from the forest. We have one more optional dungeon left to do. As well as infiltrating the Caradrius. We're actually gonna go... Oh, I got a quest I can report right here. This is the one for the berries in the forest. Those are the samples of the dragon thistleberry, but I didn't believe you could actually do it, so I say I hope they'll be of use. They most definitely will. The medicine can be prepared quickly, so please wait here just a moment.
Thanks for that.
This should be enough for everyone to get the proper treatment. I can't thank you enough.
Right.
I'm glad to hear it. I hope they can all make a full recovery. I can never repay you enough, but please accept this token of my gratitude. It's some money as well as the flower medicine, the leftover medicine. I hope it'll be useful.
Mission accomplished.
We got 30,000 Reeve. We ranked up to rank 38. Perhaps now I can be forgiven. Some time ago, my son was attacked while patrolling the border. There was a medicine shortage at the time, so I could only watch as he slipped away from the pain. This time I vow to save those young lives, though I know nothing I do will absolve my sins. I'll say it's not your fault.
Yep.
Young people dying on the front lines, medicine shortages making things worse. It's not one person's fault. The whole country's gone wrong. We'll keep working to make sure that tragedies like this never happen again. I see. Is that what drives you to fight? Well, you can count me among your supporters, and I'll spread the word around that you will earn the candidate of character.
I'm off.
The young soldiers this medicine will save, as well as their loved ones, will undoubtedly lend you their support
Thanks.
as well. Thank you. We will make sure to live up to your expectations as well.
Well met, eh?
So we can go to the recruitment center to report our quest here.
Welcome.
It's all about the tournament. Okay. Oh wait, actually, I forgot that the recruitment center asked me for the
All right then.
quest.
Let's go.
The one place I didn't go to yet. However, I can talk to the craftsman dude, the one with the horns that he wants to carve into. Is that the big, beautiful horn in your pocket, or were you just that excited to cut my head? I'll say it's an ebony horn, actually.
This is a joy.
Oh, yes, I can tell by touching. This horn is capable of containing my limitless creativity. You've been an enormous help as promised. Your reward.
Mission accomplished.
And I got courage points as well as 25,000.
Now then.
And my courage just leveled up.
Courage.
Is one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, kindle the flame of thy courage to ignite the hearts of thy people. A conqueror needs precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. Alright, so now we're at level 3 of everything except tolerance, which is level 2. If they're happy, now it's time for us to set off. Wait, just a moment. How would you feel about hunting another Orcus for me? Oh, forget one. How about you hunt down lots and lots of Orcus? Really? This isn't exactly a walk in the park for us, and we're not exactly short on things we have to do. Well, if that's the case, then I suppose I have no choice but to cross-horn the beasts myself. The best crafters start by a rigorous selection of ingredients, after all. So you just wait, Orcus. When I'm done, every horn you've got will be festooned in the finest filigree. Or doesn't he think that someday he really will hunt down every last Orcus?
Stay there.
All right then.
So we're gonna go to the Gauntlet Hunter because we're gonna have to go to Grand Trad.
Okay, what's the plan?
Now then.
How far do I run? So
That's
we're
where you
wanna
wanna
head back to Grand Trad.
It's your call. Let's move.
Go.
Hey, listen.
So we're gonna head to the church,
Is Mr. Louis?
the St. Firmus Church, where we can buy
How delightful.
we should be able to buy this flower. Sanctuary. Oh, and what brings the The young candidate here. Do you have business with the church? You've heard you started offering something outside of the ordinary for sale. Would you happen to have any flowers we could buy? Yeah. Oh, indeed, we now sell rainbow flowers. It's not a fresh flower, however, but a handicraft. It's a resplendent rainbow colored and Its resplendent rainbow colors and soul-soothing beauty are highly regarded by the believers here. It's rather valuable, but I shall be happy to give to you for a trifling donation. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything for free here. There's something about it that's unusual. I bet that boy would be happy to get one. The Sanctor did say it was valuable too, so it's worth a closer look. So, under key items, it's 353, which is no issue, so... And I'll buy some of the... Mother's medicine while I'm here. We can report that quest. And now we're going to head to the marketplace because we're going to talk to that merchant dude who wouldn't talk to us before.
Oh, there!
Say there.
Let's see if we can... Oh, here he is. The old...
And what do you
Yeah,
want?
well, you again. What will you learn? So I'll say... It is fish thing. Thanks to my overwhelming imagination, I was able to choose words that convinced the merchant that I have no ill intent. Ha, how interesting. Yes, they did indeed sting. The Count would often buy fish himself and then show up to our meetings with them in hand. Amusing as it was, I worried how he would keep them fresh. Ah, that stirs some memories. The Count of Halia that I remember was a magnanimous man. He was genuinely kind to all he met.
Business is done.
Perhaps I should have learned from this example. Very well. Tell me your story and I will listen. I see. You must forgive my suspicion. You truly are a friend of his son, aren't you? I do apologize, but surely you understand my caution. Word of his lost inheritance has spread, and con men have tried every trick in the book to claim
I do
it.
appreciate your
I
assistance.
have indeed been entrusted with the inheritance always meant for the Count's son. Please give him that message. The rest are details I prefer to share with him directly. Please bring him with you when you are able. I found the person who was entrusted with the Count's inheritance. I should let Stroll know immediately. So I can report to Stroll. He's in this. He should be by the Gauntlet Runner.
Isn't that...
Let's see. Who can we can talk to? Stroll, Barden or Maria. Okay.
You're not serious. Proper races.
I'm actually going to talk to... I think I'm going to talk to Maria, actually. Because her bonuses are just really important. The earlier you get them, the better off you are. I think I'm just a bother to Miss Fabian. Maria comes by. Should we talk? We should talk. So we're going to... Fabian is who we're talking to. Do you have a moment? There's something I wanted to ask you. I said, please go ahead.
Sorry.
Sorry, I know you must be busy. So now we're outside her room again. I'll come out and ask. Did you say something to Maria?
It's kind of...
Since your last visit, she's been acting rather odd. She insists on helping me with anything and everything, no matter what it is. I can say she's a good kid. That's odd, or I may have an idea.
About that.
I may have an idea. Why? I'm happy that she wants to help me out, but at times it feels like she's desperate to find something to do. Why, you little wretch. Look at what you've done. It's a shouting voice from downstairs. Maria spilled it. Was trying to serve him a drink, and she spilled it. That damn brat spilt me drink right down me leg. That your idea of service, Fabian?
I'm sorry. Well...
Fabian, keep your britches on as wet as they are. Leave them at the door later for cleaning. I'll get you another drink on the house. Apologies, but could you take Maria upstairs?
I'm sorry.
I'm going to say you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
You don't have to apologize. It's all my fault, Maria says.
By the way.
Miss Fabian was busy talking to you, so I thought I could help out by taking care of that customer. I just wanted to show Miss Fabian that I can carry both the food and the drinks now. Do you think Miss Fabian will get rid of me? Does she not want me here anymore? And I can say she would never abandon you, or why would you think that? I'll say she would never abandon you.
No.
She wouldn't abandon you. She wants you to stay here. But Papa did. He left me all alone. And she's crying.
Maria.
May I come in?
It's all right.
Oh, come now. Just wipe those tears. That scary customer's already left. Everything's fine now. Miss Fabienne.
I'm sorry.
I promise I'll be a good girl from now on, really. I won't cause any more trouble, so please. Even if we're not family, can I still stay with you? Fabian has a sad look on her face. Oh, my Maria, is that what you've been thinking this whole time? Of course you can stay here. You needn't worry about earning your keep either, silly girl, because this is your home. Maria, I may not be your mother by blood, God rest her soul, but nonetheless, you are still my most precious treasure, my family, and I consider you a daughter. Miss Fabian.
Okay.
Now you listen here. Your papa never abandoned you. He did everything he did because he truly, deeply cared about you. So he did it for both of you. That's right. He worked hard to show how much he cared about you and Fabian, Maria. Your papa said that he wanted to make this world a safe place for people like you and me. All he ever did was ask about you. He regretted every moment he had to spend away from you, and he would have made him so happy to see you grow up. But more than anything, he wanted to give you a world where you could smile and laugh with your whole heart. You helped your papa too by giving him the strength to keep going.
Me too.
I feel the same way as he did, Maria. If you're with me, I can weather any storm.
That's why.
This place is your home, and it will always will be. Rest assured, my dear girl, we have plenty of days. The day is filled with smiles and laughter ahead of us.
It's all right.
You can come to me with anything. The things that make you happy or sad, or if you just want to talk about your papa, I'll always be here.
Okay. Yeah.
And Maria brightens up and she smiles. Thank you so much, mister. I'm glad that I'm home. And I'm glad I'm with family. I can sense the deep trust that Maria has for me, as well as the heartfelt joy she now feels. Rank up. Rank 4.
It's okay.
Purpose increases post-battle experience and speed cooking, which will let you cook in the Gauntlet Runner without using up any time, without using up a half a day. I'm glad I came to you for help. Would you mind checking in on Maria from time to time and see how she's doing for me? Will nods. Alright. About the scary customer before, he was only in a bad mood because he recently lost his job and he got into a row with his wife. He thought about what he said before he went home and he was sorry for yelling at you like that. Said he wanted to apologize to you himself, Maria.
I see.
Oh, okay, I think I get it now. You have to say what you mean out loud or else no one will know. That means there's more that I can do. Now, my little treasure, go and wash up, and before bed, how about you help me taste test some new dishes?
Thank you.
Mister, thank you so much for everything today. See you later. I said goodbye to Maria and Fabian and returned to the group. I get 1,000 magla. There are more people in Luis's Gauntlet Runner at night, so you'll need to sneak in during the day. Make sure you secured infiltration route to his room before the day of the soiree.
Interesting.
I'd like to know more about him. It's Alonzo. Alonzo comes to mind, and he lives here in Brilehaven. So let's see, what do we got here? So I can talk to Heisme, Brigitte, or Alonzo. I'm gonna talk to Brigitte. He doesn't need to come here any longer, and yet she's got. Brigitte comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with her. So we should talk. So she's outside the
Just you.
the igniter shop.
But
You seem unscathed. I believe I made myself clear. You have no reason to come here anymore. If you really want, if you insist on joining me down on the road to hell, then there is a place I'd like to go, and I can say, I'll go wherever you're going. With my overflowing courage, I promised Brigitte I would face her burdens with her.
you.
Will, you'd go to such lengths for me? Then will you come with me? I'll say no problem. Come this way.
The truth is,
The ones who took my dog, the anti-igniter extremists, the church has discovered their base. And I'll say, what's the church doing?
What?
What's the church's part
so
in all this?
reductive.
Do you not know that the connection between the church and the igniters, they make it so that we get along in the depths of this filth. Apparently, this faction's based in a small village fairly close to Grand Trad. I'm going to eradicate all of them. I will kill every last one of these extremists, no survivors, and once they get to hell, they can look my dog in the eyes and beg her for forgiveness. I'll string their corpses up, 3 days and 3 nights exposed to the elements, long enough for everyone to see what happens if you cross me.
You get it, right?
We're in her office now, by the way. I'd like you to help me punish them. In exchange, I'll support you however I can from here on. I'll say, please think this through. He said, I want you to think this through. You talk big, don't you? You have no desire to be king, and yet you parade around as a candidate. You're little more than a fraud. Brigitte's suspicious of me. I need to tell her the truth, or she'll never fully trust me. I explained to her that I entered not to take the throne, but to raise someone else who would forge a better future for our country. Did you expect me to believe in that nonsense? But for you to speak such words at this point would mean your goal of seizing the throne is no lie.
As it is.
Fine, if that's how it must be, then I will spare no expense to see you fall. The throne ill suits a wretch who can look past the butchery of a dog. Say you would slaughter a village, or I don't think it was right.
No!
I never for a moment thought it was right for her to die. Then is it not just for those who kill to be killed? Is that not your precious equality? I don't want to lose anything else I care about. See, I understand how you feel. What do you truly understand? You have no idea how much comfort she brought me. And they ripped that away from me. And you say I should just allow it? Fine, I'll not do something so unsightly in front of you.
In any case.
I'm going to their base, but I won't kill them right away. I'll find out who did this. We'll try to negotiate clearly and openly, and if that doesn't work, then I'll murder them, and we can move on. That's the most I can promise you. We'll take my gauntlet runners. Dangers of the night be damned if we break down.
Obviously.
So be it. You come as well and see for yourself. If you're going to try and drag me into the light, then you deserve to see what happens. She let me onto the runner she lives in, and we went to their base. Brigitte stayed silent for the whole trip. We arrived at a small settlement located close to Grand Trad. It's a Ujif village?
Huh?
Is this the place?
You there.
Hey, you there. I'm Brigitte, the scoundrel selling magic igniters all across the land. Puzzled men, oh, the igniter merchants again. Our village really doesn't have the money to buy any. I'm sorry to keep turning you away, but...
Wait.
What are you talking about? Oh, aren't you one of the church's dealers? They keep trying to sell us igniters, but I keep refusing them. Ha! The church has been here several times. They've never reported that
Out
to
with
me.
it.
So if I said the merchants of igniters should face the wrath of God, you wouldn't agree?
It
Oh
can't
no,
be.
we don't have anything to do with igniters at all. It's not something that we ever really comes up here. So there's like an older Ujif guy we're talking to, and then there's 2 Ujif kids off to the side, and we've got like small one and 2 story huts, basically, kind
Really?
of brick built, like small brick buildings. Spirited girl, hey miss, you sell magic igniters? Wow, brilliant, Papa. I want an igniter.
Enough.
I see. Say no more. So the Ujif leave. This is no hideout. They know nothing, and it's not something that you can hide in a village such as this. I've been getting detailed reports of anti-Igniter group's movements from the church, but now I'm not certain such a force even exists.
If
If it was all a lie, what does the church get out of it? I can either say to spread Igniters or to harass you. Maybe it's you they're targeting, Brigitte.
in any case,
Anyways, I take it back. There'll be no killing today. If you hadn't stopped me, I'd probably have ordered my private army to burn this place to the ground. I'm glad you are here with me. I can see Brigitte's deep gratitude. Rank 5.
I'm glad to have you at my
Guild
side.
discount. Receive a discount at weapon, armor, and igniter shops. I can now get discounts from weapon shops, armor shops, and igniter shops due to the effects of the guild discount.
But
My dog was taken from me, and I'll chase this scum to the ends of the earth.
nonetheless,
This is my job, not yours. So business together is our business is concluded. And I can say, do we need the excuse, or I'd like to visit you?
No.
I'll say, I'll still come visit you. Hey, what are you saying? What could you possibly gain from hanging around me? Her eyes are like wide open. Well then, fine, since it's you.
speaking of,
You mentioned earlier of your true aims for the throne. I thought a clumsy lie, but it does bring to mind a certain someone for me. After a king is crowned, it would be nigh impossible to put another on the throne. However, if my suspicions are correct, none could deny the
that's
claim.
why.
If you are willing to throw yourself into battle for that cause, then I shall support you all the same.
Yes.
If you'd like to come, then come. When I'm around you, much to my surprise, that I find even I have a beating heart, so come if you wish. I returned to Grand Tread and Brigitte's Gauntlet Runner and headed back to the inn.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
July 28th.
Luis's.
The day of the soiree is approaching. We need to secure an infiltration route to Luis's quarters before then. We must reclaim the formula without raising suspicion, then at long last we will finally have the means to break the prince's
Let's
curse.
make it happen.
The prince's fate is in our hands. The plan is risky, but we have to see it through. 15 days until Luis's soiree. Let's proceed with the utmost caution.
We ought to proceed with caution.
I hear a
Sorry.
voice. I rely on him too much. I'm just... Stroll comes by, maybe I should talk to him. Alright.
All right then.
Let's see. I know that I can report at least one quest. There's the one with the kid.
Let's head there
here we
right
go.
away.
On Seabreeze Street.
Beg pardon?
Did you perhaps bring the rainbow flower for me? I'll say, here you go. Thanks, mister. Wow, look at it. It's all sparkly. This is gonna be great. Next time, you just need to give this flower to my friend and say I love you, please.
I don't know.
Hold on there, kid. You really think we should confess to your friend in your place? What if your friend falls in love with him and said, well, that wouldn't be good. But I'm too scared. I wish I could be brave like you. You almost ran out of the city gates looking for a flower. That sounds pretty brave to me. Alright, I'll take this flower and I'll be honest about how I feel. And I've got to tell my friend how great you are, but I'll say thanks for your support.
Yeah!
Well, you've got a big heart for someone so small. You never know. Maybe you'll bring more people to the cause.
Mission accomplished.
So I got my tolerance points and my 4,000 reeve.
Now then.
Let's see, does this level? And our tolerance leveled up, so now we're level 3 all across the board.
Tolerance.
It is one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, take up the mantle of benevolence, which shall spur thee to aid thy
Why,
people.
that's...
A conqueror needs precious kindling with which a follower's passion may be inflamed. And we rank up again to rank 36. Alright.
Isn't that...
Let's see, who can we talk to? So we can talk to Stroll or Bard. talk to Stroll.
I'm sorry.
I don't think I can
Hey.
finish his quest line during this arc of the story.
What do you think?
Any luck finding leads on the inheritance matter? I say I'll find the man holding it for you.
Huh?
Have you? You must take him to me so we can talk. So we head to Grand Trad. We're in like a restaurant with the merchant dude. It's nice to finally meet you. Well, we have met, but you were just a babe in your mother's arms. Funny how much you've come to resemble them both. Your father and I did charity work, providing aid to the downtrodden. It was hardly lucrative, but I was quite taken by his charisma. He did charity work in the capital. I hardly knew his business here, to be honest. My connection to your father is ultimately what led him to entrust your family fortune to my guardianship. I'm pleased to finally put it in your rightful hands.
No.
I don't mean to pry, but have you decided what you do with it all?
That is...
I had thought to use it to rebuild our house, but to hear my father use his fortune to help people, I admit I'm having second thoughts. The refugees of Halia are struggling to survive without permanent housing, and knowing this, I would put these funds to the needs of my house. It would take tremendous time and money to restore our territory. I wouldn't be able to tend to their hardships for many seasons to come. You are truly a Stroll, lad, right down to your father's strength of character. If I might be so bold, allow me to present you with an option. It would work thusly. You purchase a parcel of land from your pick of the gentry. Many are in desperate need of coin and would easily part with estates they cannot sustain. You could then offer this land to your people and build upon. Would this not give them solace?
True.
I see the wisdom in it, but I can't imagine finding such an ideal expense in such short order. If it's the negotiations you're concerned about, that's where I come in.
Quite.
Perhaps you've learned the name of Lord Hydron, best known for his piety. He is well versed in such matters. I said Lord Hydron. Sorry, did you say Lord Hydron, Will says? So you do know him. Well, I can appreciate why you'd recoil from him. But for such an occasion as this, he would be a potent ally. I dare say he would be precisely the savior you'd need to realize your ideals. You say.
Yes.
I apologize. I'm just caught off guard by how quickly these tides change. I'll gladly accept your generous offer to aid me in negotiations. So then the merchant dude left. Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience.
No.
Words I'd hear my mother and father say often. They practically bludgeoned me with it. They'll say wise words to live by. They still do.
Yeah.
Only now do I see that. Back then I couldn't appreciate it. If I can procure a new land, all these people could return some semblance of their lives they were forced to abandon. They could go back to a time of peace before the human attacked.
Just...
And you have no small role to play here. You know that, don't you? If treachery claims the throne, this whole country will fall to ruin, and I'll have no hope of saving the people of Halia, let alone raising my ideals.
Hey.
In other words, the future of many depends on our fight. Our hopes lie with you, Captain. I can sense Stroll's deep-seated trust and newfound resolve. Rank 6.
Whatever burdens you carry,
Scion's
I'll
merits.
carry them too.
Increased skill inheritance for the warrior lineage to 3. Battle hypnosis. While in reserve, Stroll will gain experience at the normal rate.
Thank you.
I owe you my thanks for discovering the man safeguarding the inheritance. It was truly no easy feat to find him.
You're a lifesaver.
And we got tolerance points,
All right.
which is always good. So,
That reminds me.
if you don't mind my asking, did you hear anything else about my father in the search? He loved his son. He had a strong sense of justice. He loved his son. Only that he loved his son as he is the world. Come off it. You've gone a bit over the top with that one. Were my father in the same position I am now, I wonder what he would do. I returned to the others to Stroll, who was still deep in thought. Back to the Brilehaven Tavern.
All right.
We can talk to Heisme or Alonzo. I'm gonna talk to Heisme, but you'll have to excuse me for a moment. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're gonna talk to Heisme.
Apology.
I'm kind of the one who's like, if I can get a
It's you.
you know, a companion quest almost finished or finished up, I'd rather do that. Why, hello there. For all the time we spend in battle, it's good to rest our wings every once in a while, eh? I've been thinking about the Ujif village. In some ways, there may be no better place for my son to finally rest, but I've been away so long, can't say if they'll accept me. I'm practically a stranger. I'll say, let's go there now.
Yes.
Right then, I suppose I'll stop wasting time dithering and get myself ready. This place is just to the east of Martira. The village is hidden, so I'd prefer a quiet and careful approach by carriage. I'll guide us. So we take the carriage there.
In days gone by,
Hasn't changed a bit. Yes, this is my hometown. Apologies for dragging you all this way.
Tadari.
Tadari, it's me, Heisme. I've returned and I have something to discuss. I've known Tadari for a long time, you see. He's the leader of the village.
Just
Although I should warn you now that you'll not be welcomed here. You might feel some hostility in the air. I'll say I don't mind.
Got it.
That doesn't
my
bother me.
thanks.
Thank you for bearing with me. Heisme, is that you? You're looking gray in the ears, my friend. It's an older Ujif. As if the years were already kinder to you, Tadari. So Tadari's got a little bit more like gray. It looks a little more like and gray, and it's also dark. So Tadari, who's this?
He is.
This is Will, a traveling companion of mine. He's standing in the tournament for the throne. Say nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wait, is that why you've come back to the village?
No.
No, I came to see the cemetery. I'm trying to find a place where my son can rest. Ah, your boys. Go on ahead then. So, Tadari's like an older Ujif, hunched over, gray, and then there's a Ujif woman next to him, and she's got the same white colored, you know, skin, fur, whatever it is, that they have, that Heisme has. He loved running with the wind in his face. Surely I thought that he'd like the hill. I know it's not something the villagers would easily accept, but...
Yes.
I see. Well, it sounds like a wonderful idea to me, says Tadari. But you know the cemetery is sacred to the village. I fear you might be right. I'm not certain how they'll respond. Would you allow me to take the urn? I imagine seeing it will prompt their cordiality, if not sympathy.
Please.
All right then. Thank you.
Here.
So, I always used to train here when I was young. So it's like a tree, and it has like a thing, like some wooden boards tied to it. Look closely, and you'll see this tree is riddled with claw marks. I know because it was my claws that left them. Brings back memories. Of course, having shaken the trees, I'd get a swarm of bugs coming down on my head, and of course I'd go whining to Tadari about it. See, I'll say adorable. So even you were a cute kid once, huh? Having trouble imagining it? The villagers are here. They watch us from the shadows. If you focus and listen, you'll hear them too. He didn't leave voluntarily. He was stripped of his knighthood, wasn't he? Scornful woman's voice. Contemptuous woman. And now he wants his child buried here? The boy wasn't even born in the village. Do you hear? Not very welcoming. Sounds like you're not welcome here.
Well.
Exactly within my expectations, then. If they decline, let's withdraw without a fuss.
Heisme.
Tadari. I explained... Oh, Tadari wasn't the older one that was hunched over. Okay, I was wrong. I've explained the situation to the younger villagers. Seems like nobody had any problems with giving your son a place here. So I mistook. I thought... It's hard to tell with the Ujif because they're not humans. I thought that the taller one was a woman who was working with Tadari, but it's not. The taller one was Tadari himself. Master Tadari, breathless youth. So this is a younger Ujif. Looks like either brown or something. It's hard to tell because it's nighttime. What? What is the meaning of this? A fallen knight. Nothing good. I hear voices from somewhere. Tadari was just too afraid to refuse, and that's all. See, I can hear you, you know.
Hey,
I can hear your every word. I'm sorry, Heisman. I cannot excuse the villagers' behavior. The village hasn't changed a bit, still rejecting outsiders, still shutting themselves away. Maybe I should have expected this. I left this place behind. I became an outcast. Maybe losing my son again is what I deserve. Still, you stood for me. You spoke on my behalf, and that is my sole salvation. I can feel Heisman's profound sorrow and strong trust. So I guess they took his
My
urn.
thanks.
Which is a pretty awful thing to do. Alright, so I got another skill slot opened up for him in the thief lineage. Shall I search the village entire? No stone unturned. Doubtless the intrusion would only provoke further offense, but I haven't time to waste. You have my sincerest apologies. I shall take responsibility and find the urn. It's my duty as chief. As one who would see justice done. There's an unease in the village. For today, I think it's best you leave. Very well, Heisman says. So we head out. Heisman and I return to the city of silence.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Speaking of,
There's a cemetery near Brilehaven called the Tomb of Lament. I've heard whispers of something most frightening appearing in the crypt. Are we children sharing ghost stories? Now hold on, let me get nearest so we can scare the boots off him. There may be substance to the bedtime story. I too have heard rumors of an unidentified monster stalking the cemetery. Haven't we already accepted a request regarding that? Let's take out this monster before it causes any more trouble. Alright, so,
Shall we?
I hear a voice. We're in quite the predicament. It's Barden. Barden comes to mind. Maybe I should
All
talk
right.
to him. Let's see. Who can we talk to? Maria, Barden. Maria or Barden. So, I'm going to talk to Maria again just because the benefits from her with like EXP boosts and all that stuff is just so valuable. While Barden's is nice, his stuff isn't really as useful. I mean, he gives you free items every so often, but you have to level him up several times. So I want to talk with Mista. I miss him. So we can go back to Grand Trad, and we'll head out and visit the tomb soon.
Mista.
That reminds me, I have yours. Also, I'll give one to Maria. It's one of the city ruins. This place seems kind of sad. Does no one live in this town anymore? I told Maria all about the memories I made there. I see, so there's really a place like that outside Grand Trad. Thank you, mister. I'll ask Miss Fabian if we can hang it up in the inn's walls. If I look at the picture, I stop feeling lonely because I think you on your journey, and you can come back and look at them too, right?
By the way.
I have something to tell you, mister. I talked to Miss Fabian, and I wanted to talk to Papa too. And I wanted to ask you something too. Actually, never mind. It's nothing. I'll say. Tell me what's on your mind. I want to go to the cathedral. Miss Fabian, she said Papa was always watching over people, so I thought if Papa was watching over me too, then maybe I could talk with her about that. So let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna head to the cathedral. The guard at the entrance reluctantly let us in at Maria's plea. So now we're in like the lower level of the cathedral. It's all caved in, right? From the attack earlier in the story. Wonder if Papa heard me. I said, what did you ask him?
Hold on.
What did you tell him? I told him that I'm sorry.
By
I
the
thought
way.
Papa abandoned me, but I was wrong, so I told him I was sorry. Miss Fabian said I could tell her anything, so I talked to her about a whole lot of things. I told her about Papa and how lonely I was after he was gone. She listened to me, and I was wrong the whole time. So I said, your Papa must feel happy. I'm sure your papa's very happy
Yeah.
for you. Yep. Mister, Papa's job. Do you think I could do it too? Miss Fabian told me his job was to make sure everyone is okay. I loved when Papa made sure I was okay when I cried. He'd give me a really big hug that always made me feel better.
That's why.
So I wanted to be like Papa. I want to make sure everyone else is okay too. And okay is in quotes.
Oh.
Oh, but I don't know how to fight. Does that mean I can't do it then? I said you can do other things.
In that case,
Instead of fighting, why don't you concentrate on making people feel happy? That's really all I have to do.
Okay.
Then I'll do it. First, I'm gonna make sure that Miss Fabian is okay. So we're sitting on a
Oh.
bench here in the cathedral ruins. I wonder what I can do to make her happy. What's something Miss Fabian wants? You said she doesn't need anything like pretty clothes. So I was thinking flowers and some snacks and a new sign. She always says the sign got beaten up by the weather. If I make it look pretty again, do you think it will make her happy? Will nods.
Wow.
Alright, I'll do just that. I'll make a new sign. This one will have Papa and Miss Fabian and me and you all smiling together. I'll say that's a great idea.
Really?
You really think so? I want you to be on the sign too, because you're my treasure. I can sense Maria's deep affection and trust. Rank up. Rank 5.
I'm okay.
Healer Veneration. Significantly reduces the Maglev studying classes. Wait, do you know how to make a sign, mister? Don't forget it. It also has to have pretty pictures on it. I'd say I know an
if
artist.
so,
Let's ask Nearest. He's quite good at drawing.
Huh?
Oh, is that the person who drew those pictures of your journey?
Yeah.
I want to come with you. I want to talk to Mr. Nearest.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, come back soon, mister. I can't wait. I walked Maria home before returning to the group. Alright, back to the Brilehaven Tavern.
All right.
Alonzo or Brigitte. Let's go with Brigitte again. I can get her. Her last rank is way at the end of the story, but you want to get her up to rank 7 because she'll start giving you free money. We should talk. Brigitte comes to mind. We should talk. An Eldon kid. You're one of Lady Brigitte's contacts, I'll say. So it looks like one of her employees is outside. I've been assigned to stand guard here. She told me not to let anyone but an Eldon kid through. And you're Eldon, so sure as anything. No reason to turn you away, so come on in, I suppose. We're in the office now. I didn't expect you to show up. You hear the criers.
Everyone! Everyone!
Crier, the anti-igniter terrorist hideout has been burnt to the ground. Local village a front for the criminal fiends torched thanks to the renowned igniter merchant Lady Brigitte Lycon.
At this time!
Those fearmongers cried of the dangers of magic igniters and planned to raid our royal capital Grand Trad once its people were unarmed.
Hear ye!
How-
Hear ye!
However, they have been brought to justice through the overwhelming power of magic igniters. 3 cheers for Lady Brigitte. 3 cheers for magic igniters. There you have it. Burnt to the ground? What do they mean? It's as the crier says, that entire village went up in a sea of fire. I didn't do anything. But the people I met then at the village, they're all dead now.
Those people.
They were no anti-igniter group. It was the Sanctus Church, or rather those who perform its dirty work. They want the world to see that igniters are the only defense that they have against the violence around them, and so they set a village ablaze to prove their point. And by taking the dog, they made me a tool in their scheme, making it look like the work of an anti-igniter group. They knew I would set out to slaughter those responsible. Even though you stopped me before anything happened, someone else raised the village and named me responsible.
You get it, right?
In short, this is a warning. From here on, they'll ask nothing less than total unquestioning obedience. I'll say, are you
hang on.
Do I have any other choice? This world's a horrific place, defined by inequality and intolerance. The ones who shaped it are the wealthy few who sit atop it, in other words, the church.
In those days,
I had friends of my own when I was a child of poverty. Even through all the sludge in Maya, we survived together, broke bread together. They all died slow. Starvation or torture took them, then the Sanctus Church wheedles the strong and takes from the weak, their wealth and their lives. I remember holding their cold bodies in my arms. That's when I decided from then on I'd be the one doing the taking. She's looking out the window. She's not staring straight at Will, and she's got a really angry expression on her face. If the weak always die, if they lose everything, then I'd become strong. I'd be on the side that takes. I wouldn't let anyone steal what I had. I swore it. I threw away my heart, threw away my hope, and now I've clawed my way here, made myself an underling of the same church that killed my friends. And still, even once you climb out of hell, there's only another circle of it waiting for you. It never ends. She just collapses to her knees and starts crying. How far must I fight them? How much must I take from them to ensure they can no longer tear things from my grasp? It'll be your head next, so I'll be the church's slave. I'll be whoever they need me to be. So I can say they can't hurt me, you can't give in to fear. That won't. So I'm gonna say you can't give in to fear.
Listen.
I know you're scared, but you can't give in to them. Shut up, shut up, shut up. With all you must have been through, how can you live a life like that and still believe in the light? In this world. Why don't you let me give up? Brigida's vulnerability and her desire to be saved bring pain to my heart.
Why?
Merchant veneration.
Why did you?
Significantly reduces maglev studying the merchant and significantly improves the exchange rate of maglev exchange. Well, when you think of this world and you want to create, what do you imagine there? Say hope, it won't be hell, or smiling, I say hope.
Right.
Hope. Ha, it sounds like a country too bright for me. I wish I could have a heart like yours, strong and beautiful. I calmed Brigida down and then waited until she fell asleep before I left the room.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
That means...
So, we are now on July 30th.
All right.
Let's see, who can we talk? We can talk to Stroll or Barden. I think if I talk to Stroll, I should unlock his next class. So we should talk. So we're gonna talk to Stroll. Ah, hello, what's your plan for today? I've got Russell's too, but I suppose it's important to let off steam, huh? Oh right, regarding the matter of my inheritance, it seems my father's merchant friend reached out to Lord Hydron. I'd like to go to the Grand Cathedral to negotiate. If you would have time, will you accompany me? I'll say of course. And then tomorrow we're gonna go out and get the toothbrush and do the chalice quest. Thank you, let's make for the royal capital. I hope this turns out fantastic. So we're talking to Lord Hydron. Remember, he's the Ishkia with the white hair and the, like, the red and white robe. I've been informed of the land Heth. This conversation could have been far less roundabout if you'd only informed me of your assets. What are these documents? The contract, lad. You seem rather hurried, so I wasted no time preparing it. But with but a signature, you become a landowner.
Worry not.
This is countryside land, yes, but the price is a rare bargain. The owner forfeited it after losing his fortunes on a gamble.
I see.
There was an owner. Then am I right to presume this land still has tenants? Yes, quite a few. They're yours to command. Vacate them, employ them. The choice is yours. Your property, your people. A bargain, wouldn't she say? The total acreage is a bit smaller than Halia. Minor details. The land is readily available, and that alone can make it valuable. There's even an estate manor you can claim at your convenience.
No.
It matters, actually. Actually, what's
What
wrong?
happened?
No.
I would have the Hallians establish residency on this land. I can't push out existing residents to do that. Needless to say, this land won't realize my vision. Why do you concern yourself with the squatters? If they're of no use to you, push them out of your sight and out of mind. A lord hardly deserves a title without land to govern. You would reject this contract knowing that? Let's say, be honest with
Stroll.
them. You should be honest with them.
Apologies.
I do apologize, Lord Hydra, but I can't in good conscience sign this contract. He rips it up, throws it away. Do you know what a refusal would do to my reputation? As a noble, you must know that this will have ramifications.
Yeah.
All the land in the world does not make a lord until he shoulders the responsibility of protecting its people. To hell with nobles who can't recognize that. In fact, I would like to make a counter-offer. I will buy 100 of your vacant houses here at the capital. 100? Vacant or not, residences do not come cheap in the capital. Your ilk could never afford them. I've already verified the going market rate. My ilk has more than enough to cover the costs. You're surprised? I looked into it while you were helping me make inquiries. I'll say, sounds like a good idea.
Right.
I think it's a worthy offer.
No, then.
I know I'm just a countryside noble, but you wouldn't dream of overcharging me, would you? It would certainly have ramifications. You must be familiar with my compatriot, yes? Indeed, your reputation would certainly suffer were it come to light you were trying to scam us. Surely you aren't threatening me, are you, boy?
No.
Of course not. I simply make a competitive offer for your vacant houses that you could not seem to find a buyer for. You stand to profit, really. Just the idiocy I'd expect from the son of a backwater lord who could not even flee correctly. You sacrifice your house in the name of sheltering peasants? You may as well toss the money down the latrine. It insults the entire aristocracy and you'll live to regret it. You're the one who'll have to live to be sorry. This country will change, and corrupt nobles like you are on the cusp of extinction. My parents, who risked their lives to protect the people, are the real nobles, and are my heroes. Now, Lord Hydron, shall we put ink to parchment?
What the?
Rangeef. Young master, you used your inheritance to purchase houses for us in the capital. Your generosity for us goes too far. But at ease, old friend, I'm just being stubborn, perhaps even selfish. The more I pondered what I should do, the less clear the answer became. But when I asked myself what I truly wanted, I knew without a doubt. I wanted to see your smiles again, the ones I remember from a simpler time. I wanted those smiles to come naturally. A nobleman is the shield in his people's hands, durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry. What else was value does he have? Another gem of my parents' wisdom. I'm sorry, though. I knew you wanted House Helicius to rise again. No, you have shown us a way to live with more pride than any fortune or glory could impart. It has been my life's greatest honor, greater than any words could express, to have served in such a dignified family.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry to have left you the language for so long. From here on, I hope happier times today. Oh, young Master Leo, pardon, Lord Stroll. It is with our utmost gratitude that we accept these accommodations in the royal capital. Allow me the honor of gathering Halia's other refugees. Let us begin our lives anew, dreaming of that one day we will unfurl the banner of House Helicius and serve its new lord proudly. Rangeef, everyone, thank you. Once my journey is over, I'll be back.
Thank you.
And thanks to you as well, Will. I couldn't have made it through without you. I'll say it was all you. It was your determination that saw us through, Stroll. You're a genuine friend, you know that?
You know?
I didn't choose to help these people out of some sense of noble obligation. It was far more simple than that. If I have the power to save someone, then I will, as straightforward as it can be. When someone needs a helping hand, I'll be there to extend it. Your sincerity made me realize that about myself. I would wager my parents were much the same. I think living my life with that in mind is what they'd expect of me. I can sense Stroll's intense determination. Like nothing I felt before. The proud noble Stroll, keeper and inheritor of the warrior's virtues. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus a new pinnacle of heroism awakes within me. A new power. Bear this new power, foster this connection, buys the strength, fulfill thy destiny. Rank up, rank 7 out of 8.
I've got it.
Warrior archetype elite. You can now study the samurai archetype. So this was the love. This is the
Well-
this is the one that powers up over Swordmaster. Well, I should visit my parents' grave. I think I owe them an apology for failing to rebuild our house with their inheritance. I'm so glad you found refuge here in the capital, Rangi. I even found a merchant with my father knew as well.
That's
Your father would tell us all the time if there was ever an emergency we should gather at the capital. In Grand Trab, but that's pay me no mind. Before we return, shall we tour your new accommodations? Stroll's success has earned me the support of the people of Alia. Go up to rank 33. Back to the Brilehaven Tavern.
Interesting.
I'd like to know more about him. Let's see.
All right.
Who can we talk to? Just...
The truth
There's
is,
something I must tell the captain. Heisme comes to mind. I don't know if he'll talk to me right now, though. Okay, not now. I guess we'll talk
Interesting.
to Alonzo now. I'd like to know more about him. Alonzo comes to mind. Maybe I should talk to him. He's on a bench here in one of the squares.
Greetings.
Ah, well met. What are you up to? I'd like to hear about your journey so far, if you don't mind telling it. You have certain information I'd very much like to know. I said, sure, I can do that. With my outpouring of wisdom, I briefly outlined my journey so far to Alonzo. I'm very keen to know more of these experiences. If you'd indulge me, have you some free time? I say, no problem.
Yes.
Oh, you are marvelous. Thank you. All right, follow me. I know a great spot. So we're sitting in the Night Prowler, the inn that we met Dal and Basilio in. Ah, I see. Okay. For outsiders like myself, it's rather difficult to get a hold of accurate information pertaining to the royal magic and the tournament for the throne. Information's quite our weapon, you know. All the more reason meeting you has been such a boon.
Understand?
Oh, and Alonzo's the same tribe as Juna, so he has the like blue and pink looking eyes. So, in fact, if you really wanted to take down the other candidates, the most effective method would be to investigating their families and homes for info you can use. Quite effective against blackguards who hide their misdeeds, naturally, but outstandingly so against good, upstanding family folk. Is it to threaten them? You don't mean to threaten them,
Of
do you?
course.
Huh, I know it's not in your nature, but still, not every weapon has a pointed end. A villain will always strike where it hurts most, like snakes, and then those I associate with are usually the most venomous kind. Speak of the devil, here comes one such an associate now.
Oi.
Hawk-eyed man, how's the client situation looking? We're 20 at present. No delays in securing their contracts. Arrangements have been made should any default on payments. Hawk-eyed man. Sorry. So you're not all talk. You know, my lord may have taken a shine to you. But let me make something clear. One false move and I promise I'll flay you alive myself. Understand, Kukulis?
Ridiculous.
He's an underling of a landowner I'm working with. He's exceedingly cautious, as you might expect, and for some reason he still doesn't trust me. Can't blame him, really. Said landowner is my true target. He's a foul one, been trying to take advantage of the struggle for the throne and net a huge fortune. Ambitious sorts all over the country are using the tournament to rise up in the world, and this landowner is their lender, turning tidy profits. I am his middleman. Of course, the landowner only lends because he knows he'll collect. So when he realizes he can't, why, that's an awful lot of money to disappear into the void. Say, what do you mean?
What?
What do you mean?
Now then.
I'll spare you the details, but the man's money will end up in my coffers eventually. It's a curious thing. People are never more vulnerable to tricks than when they think they're playing one themselves. When all's said and done, it'll be his loss and my gain, and I do mean gain. Enough to buy a small village, really. I'll say, interesting plan there.
Well.
Is it interesting? Maybe there's a future for you in this line of work yet.
Oi.
Oh, Alonso. The parapet
Yes.
dude working at the bar. Don't worry, he has my confidence.
Listen.
Alonso's alley. The flunky you talked to earlier, he's snooping around the village.
Hey!
What? I gave him the slip before he saw me, but this is bad, Alonso. If they find out you're connected to the village, then...
No.
My hometown and not, there's no way they'll catch on to what I'm up to now. They'll turn up nothing, and that'll be the end of it. We need to relax.
Yeah.
All the same, you should pack your things in case things go south. I'll bring you the money to stash soon. That lackey of his, I hadn't expected him to move so quickly, even went as far as digging up my rooms. So is everything alright? You gonna be okay?
You...
If push comes to shove, I may end up needing your help. Your muscle, that is. I'm trying to buy my hometown with the money I'm bilking from the landowner. He's the one who's bleeding my village dry to begin with. I've got to make this piece of my deception succeed at all costs. It would save the whole poverty-stricken village.
Hey.
When are you free? How about you come and check on the village with me? I've got a strange, nagging feeling about this. I'll say okay.
Leave it to me.
Sure, I'll go.
Thank you, truly.
Ah, yes, of course. Thank you. I owe you one. I can feel Alonso's genuine gratitude and deep trust towards me. Rank 2.
Mother.
Faker Enlightenment.
Please.
Reduces the magla required to study Faker lineage job. My hometown's a small village. It's nearby, in fact. If it were up to me, we'd head there straight away. Alas, I know you have a schedule of your own. Even so, I implore you, please do not delay for long. I'll be waiting.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
August 1st.
Hey.
There's a story going around that anyone will approach the Tomb of Lament will be cursed and dragged into the underworld. Likely an exaggerated fiction, but these stories do often have a root in reality, beginning as a way to rationalize the damage wrought by some beast. The sheer amount of rumors surrounding that place suggests something's afoot there. Okay.
Really?
So yeah, so they're telling me to go do that. So I'm gonna do that, and then after we do that, we'll stock up and then sneak into the Corradors. I don't know if that might be in the next video,
Alright.
just because we're already over an hour, and
All right then.
it's gonna take some time to
Let's go.
get through that whole dungeon.
Right. Time for the old girl to shine. Now then.
Now then, how far do I run her then? Alright, so we're
We
gonna...
could fulfill a request there.
Our task is to defeat the monster and retrieve the chalice of legends. Tombs and treasures certainly seem to go hand in hand. We may be in for quite a haul.
You seem interested.
I'm not
lad.
keen on robbing graves, but it does help fund our endeavors, so long as we don't overdo it. The spirits will
Yeah, but-
understand. Here, the weather seems pretty bad here today. We might hit delays, so maybe we should get our fortune
It's your
told.
call.
We'll have to make camp for tonight, but we'll arrive tomorrow. The question is, can we make it back by tomorrow night? Just leave it to me, so long as you don't go dragging your feet. Of course, I'll say let's
Which way
go.
should we go?
All right, so we want to go. So we can actually go through the forest again. But what we want to do is we want to go left through Anundo because that's the town that's selling the toothbrush, and that's the other quest. And we actually only have a few days left to do that.
What to pick?
I hear
The
a
truth
voice.
is,
There's something I want to tell the captain. All right, so Heisme wants to talk to me. So let's talk to him, and that'll level him up to
the
level
truth.
5, which is what we need.
Ah, it's you.
So we're up on top of the tower with the Heisme's tent. Why, hello there. For all the time we spend in battle, it's good to rest our wings every once in a while, eh? If you're free, might I have a moment of your time? I wish to clear up a misunderstanding. I'd like to tell you about the village and say all this.
Yes.
Then let's speak over a drink. I'll serve you something assuming you prefer a drink more tame than mine. So, Heisme, we're in the tent now. What happened back in my hometown, you should know it wasn't Tadari's fault, even if he's the village leader. The villagers have always ostracized others like that, even when I was there. It's not the leader's fault. So even with the theft, you're still defending him, even with the urn being stolen? Not exactly, but I know he's prepared to do what's right, almost tragically so.
No.
Most of the other tribes hold little love for the Ujif, but in my youth we lived near two settlements of mixed people. We traded, traveled, and relations were good. Until one day, conflict arose between those two settlements themselves. They began to feud. Both sides asked that our village side with them over the other. They wanted a decision from us, and we were asked to choose who was friend and who was foe.
However,
Yet the village put off the decision. They took no sides and sought to appease both. While we stayed the course of our hesitancy, the dispute was resolved. Let's see what happened.
Hold on.
What happened?
and then
The village lost the trust of both sides, and they cut off all their trade. We were suddenly left impoverished. They called us Ujif, inscrutable, unknowable, and their prejudice only escalated. It even led to some violence, and yet the village tried to justify the predicament by saying that there was nothing they could have done. They took no action to escape poverty and isolation beyond their bitter lamentations. That, more than anything else, disgusted me beyond words, so I abandoned the village and ventured out to become a knight of the cities. But Tadari remained to take a stand. While I simply ran away, he took the role of leadership, determined to bring an honorable change to our village. I'll say there's nobility in that. There's nobility in that. He sounds like a good leader. Yes, and no ordinary person could have done what he did. He chose to carry the entire village on his back. And yet, as we've seen, the village is still a long way from the change he strove for. The villagers are rigid in their mindset. They hope to maintain the little control they have by excluding and blaming strangers. All this backbiting and even the theft of the urn, all born of this clinging to separation. This xenophobic nest. They sound horrible. What a horrible village. Yes, but upon my return a thought struck me. I suddenly knew I would like to let my son sleep on that hill where the sweet winds blow, that they may run free where he cannot. And yet perhaps the reason I'm so attached to my village is because I'm the same as them at heart. It was my indecisiveness that cost me my son and my knighthood besides. This burial is no different. To think I waxed on about it being time to face his death, an excuse, nothing more, an excuse to run from yet another decision. I'll say it's all right to hesitate. But now my son is the one paying for my wretched hesitance, and to see what has become of him, how can I call myself a father? I'd say, so you're just gonna give up? No, I refuse to let it end here. If hesitation is in my nature, then so too do I hesitate to let go. Perhaps this is simply who I am. Well, I've a confession to make. When the urn was stolen, somewhere in the back of my mind I felt relief, because I'd not have seen it anymore. I'd no longer be reminded of his death, his heartbreaking absence. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to face it. How could I? But when every reminder shatters me, that's why I've put off the burial longer and even longer. But I must change. I would show my boy I'm a father worthy of his love, not his shame. And so too I would prove this to you, who placed your trust in me. I can feel Haizme's fatherly determination and his deep trust in me.
My son, come back to me.
Alright, Thief Veneration. Significantly reduces Magla and Battle Aura. When in reserve, the amount of experience Haizme gets is...
I'm sorry.
I will soon depart for the village and look for my son's remains. My apologies for all you've been made to endure. I'll say I'm coming.
Thank you.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you. Let's head to the village together at a later date.
It's coming our way!
Oh, a monster with the most peculiar color changing eyes is clinging to the deck. Deal with it before it ruins all the hard work I put into the runner. We better get rid of it fast before Nervous puts our entire journey on hold to buff out any scratches or dents. We cannot allow that beast to make its way into the runner. To the deck with haste.
Enough! Cut down!
We've got two of the blue elementals.
Oh, power of kings!
Just one!
Let's go.
Haizme's
More incoming!
How many are there? Come on, everyone! everyone.
Assassin! There goes that!
Come forth,
Royal Soul!
I call upon royal power within!
Took them out. So the second wave was a bunch of like moths or whatever.
Do not strike if you're obviously outclassed.
The village of Inundo, a small settlement located north of Brilehaven, lies ahead. The industry that once thrived here fell into decline, and now the able-bodied youth dream instead of leaving home. A small population of mostly children and elders remain, and visitors are scarce. The Gauntlet Runner slows to a stop.
Giving it some thought?
All right, I'll say let's stop.
Just a moment.
Boy, what's the meaning of this? It's practically a ghost town here. The villagers around here are all like this. Those able to work have gone elsewhere to try to make a living, while the remaining residents live in constant fear of monsters. What a shame. 'Twas my intention to cook something interesting if I came across any unusual ingredients here. That's alright. I think I prefer the food that's not overly interesting. It's a bit small, but looks like they've set up a stall here. Want to talk
That
to them?
reminds me.
By the way, weren't you asked to buy a toothbrush of Hygienia? Let's see if the store has it. Alright, so if we buy the toothbrush, it's 500. So we can buy these things that all need to be appraised.
All right.
So in the case of the town, it's just a bunch of like one-story like wooden shacks with straw roofs, and it's raining, and the street is just like a mud pit. So it really is a town that's, you know, falling into ruin. So you're gonna keep traveling. Okay, let's head back to the runner. I'll say let's do that.
As the sky turns the same muddy color as the land below, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet land. However, confidence would be ill-advised. Listen carefully for footfalls in the mud, and move at the break of dawn.
Nighttime.
All right then.
So we're all inside because it's raining. I'd like to...
Indeed.
We're gonna play more board games with Hulkenberg, because why not?
So that's your game.
Oh ho, I believe you see your intentions on turn. I will. So she moves the piece forward. Hulkenberg used 2 pieces to flank me. My pieces are surrounded. You sought to pursue the enemy in front of you and allowed yourself to be flanked by their allies.
What should we do?
You are encircled by my pieces to both your left and right. While flanked, your chances for victory are... What is your next move? So I can either spread out to attack, charge a single point, or with... So I'm going to charge a single
All right.
point. I'd gather my pieces and charge through a single point. True, you've deduced that my forces will have to spread thin to surround you. By finding the weakest point in an enemy's line, you may overcome any disadvantage in position. I pointed out an effective move. I feel like my move.
All right. So,
You are now fully aware of the importance of maintaining proper formation in battle, correct? Now then, to make your next move. Hulkenberg and I dueled on the board for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
what to pick?
All right.
Alright, nobody can talk to. I can't, I'll take a shower to get some 100 EXP points. Why not? Use the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies. Eating prepared meals can grant your party various effects. Cook, you'll need ingredients. Alright, and I haven't done this yet. Let's see. The bread is what I have to cook for the cooking lady quest in Martyra, but I don't have the ingredients for it, so.
This?
Nearest homemade washing machine. Washing clothes can cleanse the mind too. Doing laundry will increase my max MP, so.
No,
Turns out Stroll had clothes in there too. You've got to keep the water at a consistent temperature to avoid staining your clothing. Why am I a master of laundry? Because my parents practically feed it into me. Any noble who can't wash his own clothes isn't worth the fabric he wears, or something to that effect. I had to learn all about different materials. In hindsight, I think they were trying to teach me not to take advantage of my title.
Nonetheless,
serves me to this day. The more time that passes, the more I understand how great my parents were. My max MP improved by 3. I also found some money in the washing machine. Must have gotten mixed in with the laundry. Well, it's not mine, I don't think. Why don't you hold on to it? 5,000 rate. After drying everything thoroughly, we finished the laundry.
I say, we could stop
Ahoy,
for
break
a break.
time, chumps. There's something up ahead. We'll be stopping there.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at a spectacular waterfall northwest of Brilehaven, the Peregrine Falls. The water cascading down from the river between the canyons is among the kingdom's finest vistas. Thanks in part to the monuments carved into rocky cliffs. Is the rumbling echo simply the water plummeting into the basin below? Or the roar of the Mage King?
Alright, so it's another one of these things. And it's basically a, like, horseshoe-shaped waterfall. What could this be? And there's a bunch of, like, faces carved into the rocks this falls up. Yet again, it seems we found ourselves within the most peculiar places, something just barely visible beyond the waterfall's veil, a statue perhaps. Must be, they look like faces, but why would anyone go through the trouble of carving something like that behind a waterfall? And aren't their expressions kind of scary? It says it looks like they're dying. The pained expressions make it look as though they're just moments away from death. Must be difficult to carve rock in a place like this, just whose face could that be anyway? Is perhaps the likeness of one of the old hero kings. I believe a legend involving the Mage King is set within this region. I'd not question it if you told me this wall was created with the Mage King's magic. They say he mastered immensely powerful forces which he used to protect his people. I cannot help but think it would drive someone to go to such great lengths to carve such a terrifying monument upon themselves. I'd say that's a warning.
What's that about?
Maybe they wanted to warn us. You may be right. For all his powers, the Mage King suffered great misfortunes throughout his final years. Perhaps it serves as a warning for those who would follow. Power closes as many doors as it opens, regardless of the intent with which you wield it. You may yet become feared and ostracized. That's the kind of sad when you think about it. When you put it that way, it almost feels like the roar of the waterfall is meant to represent the Mage King's cries of anguish.
Yes.
If that is indeed true, then we may best honor these sentiments by etching this place within our memory. We may think on it more, but it's time to return to the runner. After contemplating the Mage King's lament, I feel my wisdom is
All right.
I get the 4 points of wisdom. The peculiarities of these waterfalls are up for debate. Their majesty is not. I've made a nice little recording in the site. Do take it with you. So I can give that drawing to Maria.
Their destination is the Tomb of Lament, found north of Oceania. Interred beneath the earth here lie the victims of a terrible epidemic. It is said the lamentations of the lost echo throughout, disfiguring the somber burial ground into a mass grave for criminals and the kinless. The vindictive spirits conjure restless monsters. And it is here that the Gauntlet Runner comes to an uneasy halt.
Now then.
Well, this is the tomb we've been looking for, is it not? What's our next course of action? We defeat the monster in the back and receive the child's legends. I say there's a ghost in there, but what do you think it really is? I think back to the Grand Cathedral with Zolba and his profane arts. We witnessed specters that could easily bear such a label. It's likely, if not certain, that people are simply mistaken the true nature of this monster.
Well,
I can understand why people might wish the dead could return, but let's find this thing and put an end to the rumors.
Also,
I've heard of weapons and ancient treasures being buried in these places, but they're probably off the main
My
path.
thanks.
We will follow your lead. Just a second, I sense something. The feeling it's... What do
so
you
hey,
I was only for a moment, but I thought I sensed one of the relics Nearest is looking for. Make sure you don't miss any church chests, okay?
okay then. Let's
So
go.
we're going in here. So this is similar to the other like buildings that we've gone into.
It'll be all right. You've no time for prayers.
Let's give this all we've got.
Get ready.
Tutorial battle. If you enter the dungeon when the weather is bad, enemies become stronger. Stronger enemies get more experience, but they will not recover. But you will not recover turn icon bonus when striking the weakness.
I'll use what I must. Rancor!
Vitus power. Win! A tough one. The power of light.
Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
not bad, if I say so myself.
That's all of them. We're safe
So
for the time being.
basically we get an EXP bonus, but the downside is that we can't, the battles are harder.
Wait, I think maybe we should try moving things.
Avoid this fight. Stand ready.
We've got skeletons that we can fight.
Wait, I think maybe we should try moving things. I bet we could move something near here.
We've got a wall in the way.
Let's push through!
Expect no quarter! Face me! Then in falling back, now accept your fate. But all things seemed right.
Magic secret! Scout! I call upon royal power within! Are quite tougher than I thought.
Is that all power of heroes?
It's like, oh, sorry, I forgot to describe it. We were facing a giant minotaur.
Keep your
So if
energy
you've
up,
ever seen a
everyone.
minotaur,
To ever greater heights.
you know,
That was the last
that's what
one.
we were facing. Oh, we got our tooth friend here. Talk, haha, hey kiddo, have you been keeping your guard up?
What?
It's the talking tooth again. Any more good advice, Toothy? If you guard, enemies won't get an extra action, even if they chomp you with a weakness. On top of that, status elements won't bite you either. But you can't dodge attacks when you're guarding. Take it from me, I'm a wisdom tooth. You love it, so good luck and keep your guard up. Not guarding? Why, that's an indefensible. I love the puns that the
They saw us.
talkative tooth.
That was brilliant. Hey, good one.
Oh, we got someone we can talk
What is
to
it?
here. Battered adventure. Have you come to exercise the ghosts here? I wouldn't chase it unless you're confident. These bloody ghosts like to summon monsters halfway through the fight, and after that they'll cast powerful dark magic as an extra treat. Be careful. It's like a pain. If one shows up, we should prioritize beating it right away. Taking them on is your prerogative, but watch yourself. Nothing funny about a ghost hunter becoming a ghost.
They look pretty tough. Careful now.
Missing something from this treasure chest.
Nice.
Amazing.
The gypsum cube. Okay, this is Eurus's relic.
That...
Rarely is my curiosity piqued by something inedible, yet the stone does indeed possess the most mystifying quality. Wait, do you think it might be one of those relics Nereus was talking about? We should take it back to him and ask. As Gallicus said this, the stone must be some kind of relic. Nereus would know for sure. So this is, yeah, we're like, the hallways are stone, very dark, so not easy to make out all the, you know, details and whatnot. Got a mother minotaur. Attack it,
Your
get the
death will be
ambush.
swift! Oh, power of kings! Must falling back, face me! Fall!
You're weak to pierce. And Ismay's got a piercing attack, but he has to be in the back row.
Pack is tougher than I thought.
Come!
And then
As the point of a sword!
Hulkenberg can use her pierce attack.
Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
Okay.
Excellent! I've grown more powerful!
I'm sure greater triumphs lie ahead.
Some enemies are still around. Careful now.
Very impressive.
Let's see. So we're trying to find our way through this tomb here.
This is bad. They're onto us.
I think we shook them. We should be safe.
We almost got hit by the Minotaur.
Wait, I think maybe we should try moving things.
There should be a... Here we go. So that opens up the walls, takes us back.
Gotta be something we can do here.
You've no time for prayers!
The Minotaur chased us into the next
There's to
room.
the rear! Oh,
But-
power of kings!
Wasn't that supposed to be weakness?
Didn't matter.
Sword
We dodged
master!
its attack.
Oh, tougher than I thought.
Magic Knight! I'll run you through!
Hulkenberg slams it with the spear, and that takes it out.
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone!
Our immediate vicinity is secure. We should be safe.
So we open up the doors, and
Sounds
the
crazy.
thing is, though, is that the doors open up back, but there's two of them, and in between the two doors opens up like another side hallway we couldn't get into before. That lets us access
pretty
another
standard.
part of the dungeon. And as always, more Minotaurs. Skeletons that we're encountering are pretty weak.
I think that's all of them. It's all clear.
Let's push through. Come on! This could be our chance.
Take home, everyone.
Now accept your fate!
Magic Seeker! Scour!
I call upon royal power within. I'll they die hard.
Magic Knight! As the point of a sword!
She says that as she uses a spear, not a sword.
What a finale! Keep your
Only
energy up,
character in the
everyone!
party currently that does not use a sword.
Remain steadfast. Some foes still draw breath. Impressive as ever.
Hey, you gained a level.
I didn't didn't even see who rolled up. But...
They look pretty tough.
Let's push through! This is our chance! We strike forward!
We're falling back. Assassin. Fall. That should have worked.
Come forth, Royal Soul! Are you prepared? I'll come!
Not done yet.
Is ever let justice prevail as the point of a sword.
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone!
And we get the unscathed triumph.
I admit,
Stroll and
it
Hulkenberg
feels
leveled
good
up.
to get stronger.
I shall strive to use this power wisely.
Some enemies are still around. Careful now.
Actually, I think I have to go this way.
Yikes.
Hey. Oh, we got ambushed by a Minotaur. So he uses Heat Riser, which buffs up attack, defense, and evasion. And then in the bad weather, the enemies can get the extra turn with a critical.
That was not enough.
However, we cannot, so.
For all that we strive for.
Wasn't that supposed to be
Without the bonus damage from the ambush, combined with the buff,
beautiful dodge,
Heismay dodge, which takes away the extra turn icon.
Tough one!
No holding back! I'll cut you down!
But we got that.
That's the
No
last
problem.
of them. The way's clear.
Satisfactory.
Now, we must strike.
First move.
Rancor.
Magic Seeker! No. You're here?
Sword Master!
Hack and slash!
Took it out.
Looks like that's
It's just
all
one of
them.
those green
Great
elementals.
job, everybody.
A halfway
Gives me a
decent
ton of
result.
experience. Stroll's
think
almost
that's all
got
of
his Swordmaster leveled up to level 20, which
Everything's
would, I
pretty
think,
standard.
be enough to get me to Samurai. So we can head on up these steps.
Wait, I bet we could move something near here.
So Gallic is saying that we can. And we open up more doors, and we can now see the exit deeper into the tomb. From deeper into the tomb, we can see back to the entrance. And as we run towards the entrance, again we turn left, which then takes us to a new hallway. And this time,
do here.
Plateau is there.
Isn't that Moore's cat?
And when Plateau was there, that means the
I don't
boss.
see anything we can't handle easily.
Oh hey, it's the treasure chest boss,
Stash that somewhere safe.
but we were able to
You found something.
take it out
Let's
easily
take it with
enough.
us.
So we're gonna save with Plateau, and then we'll take on the boss. And then once we go back to town, we'll report those quests, and that'll be it for this video.
So,
Our bounty's up ahead. You all set? I'll say absolutely. So we open it up, and now we're in another one of those square rooms. The boss
So
is
apparently-
another variety of the ghost monster thing that we fought in the not the cathedral, the thing in the bottom of the mausoleum, but this time it's more like purple instead of red. And remember, like, these are like floating old humanoid monster things that have like robes and skulls around like a skull necklace. We cannot allow its transgression to go unpunished. It stops
Incoming.
here.
Oh, power of kings.
So I
looks
think
like they're weak to light. I guess it's our time
Now
to shine.
accept your fate. Now I'll be taking that.
Why, hello there.
I come forth, Royal Soul! Scour! You're here?
It repelled wind on me. That's not good. It summoned a chimera. And the Chimera heals the boss.
I call upon royal power within.
Someone get him to
Oh, holy
They're
tenacious!
For all that we strive for! As the point of a sword!
Oh, power of kings! Some darker arts!
Let's go.
Win!
It wasn't enough?
But I thought you hit its weakness.
Is that all?
Sword Master!
Someone
The power of
get him
light!
healed.
Really? Still
Is everyone
standing?
all right?
Is it working? Try hitting them with something else.
Come! Oh, shards of action!
Okay, so I can't use wind on it. Or I can't use anything other than light magic, like, probably.
Hold
Now
your guns
accept
down.
your
Someone
fate.
help her get back to life. Heisney's knocked out?
Heisney knocked himself out.
Knocked it down? Someone help him back
I
up.
shall vanquish evil! Oh, how can this
I
be?
thought you hit its weakness.
Oh, wait. Stroll's the only one left? This is not good. Alright.
Not like this.
Okay.
Someone.
I'm gonna retry.
Sorry.
Why, hello there.
Let's stay calm. I won't hold back. Is there another way?
Alright, so I can use slash attacks on him. So I might just use
Hack and slash!
try and do as much damage as I
Magic
can.
knight! As the point of a sword!
Alright, so this is actually, I messed this up. So he repels magic other than light, but physical attacks, no problem. However,
Assassin!
it summons the Chimera, which we have to take out.
Scour!
We could have done it.
In the name of Sword Master!
And we can just use Raging Edge here. AoE, large damage, but somehow the Chimera dodged it. Of course, he couldn't make it that easy on me. AoE, a couple of AoE and magic
Let justice
spells.
prevail! I'll run you through!
Now accept your fate. Rancor!
Let's go.
Wind!
Just one left.
We took out the boss. We took out the
Hack and slash!
Chimera, and I believe the informant said that the boss is stronger when it has the health. So it can cast curse on our party. The scrolls cursed. Fortunately, the others did not get cursed.
Magic knight!
He's gonna get hit with backlash if he attacks.
I'll use what I must. No. Hunger!
Better be sure. A tough one.
I shall vanquish evil!
Scroll took himself out because he
Joel
attacked
got
with
knocked
curse.
out. Can anyone get him back on his feet?
Alright.
Here!
Let's just see another day.
Formidable indeed.
I will fight with.
And we took him out. Boss is down.
I only hope this proves me more worthy.
So Stroll maxed out
Even
his
I had more to
archetype.
learn.
A new ability.
Martial Lore. Increases basic attack power by 50%. Chalice of Legends. Alright, that goes from not wanting anything else. Yep, and we found the Chalice of Legends too. Now, none shall ever fall prey to that
Now
beast ever
then.
again. Well, our business here is concluded. I'll say let's return to the inn.
In that case, true.
We found Nereus's relic, and we killed the boss.
Hey.
So we're gonna head back. Let's return to town.
Okay then. Okay. Right?
We can return the. We can give the dude by the harbor the toothbrush. And the guy by the. And then we can report the quests. And none of that will waste any time. And then we can. And then after that, we'll be done. And then in the next video, we will be loading up to
Come on.
infiltrate Luis's ship.
Luis's.
So they're just
Let's
talking
make it
about.
happen.
No,
the Princess Fate's writing on them and making sure to record the quests, and then they all go to sleep.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright, I hear a voice.
Yeah.
No more putting this off. I must steel myself. Scroll comes to mind. So I can actually finish this storyline.
All right then.
Let's go.
Recruitment Center. We talk to the recruitment center guy. Get our reward from that.
Welcome.
Cup you have. You actually took down the fiend. Well, looks like you avoided getting buried with the rest of those skeletons in the tomb. You don't look like much, but your heroics say otherwise. Don't look like much. Come on, we're the strongest bounty hunters you got.
Impressive.
Yeah, your power's the real deal. Here, take the reward.
We did it.
You get the 52,500 and the courage.
All right.
4 courage points. You rank up to rank 29. And here, take the cup back. I heard it's cursed or something, so I'd rather
Exactly.
not hold on to it. Till next time, alright. So then now we can
All right then. Right. Go.
report the other 2 quests.
Was that?
Sounds like there's someone moaning in pain. Man in pain. Oh, I really overdid to tell you there. You don't happen to have any medicinal herbs that got
Hey!
spare.
God bless you. Thank you.
Still hurts a little, but also right now. Thanks for the small miracle. No one else was willing to help me, even though I was suffering. You're the only one, so please take this reward. Oh, he gave me a couple of... Even though he was clearly in a lot of pain, no one at the Coliseum paid him any attention. Alright, now we can talk to the dude at the brewery.
Right.
I see that glint in your eye. Did you really get your hands on the shell? I said, here you go. Yeah, that thing certainly got an aura about it. There's no mistake. This is the chalice of legends I've been searching for. Here's my end of the deal for you. Just won the only miraculous mead.
Mission accomplished.
And I get a little bit of money as well. Never imagined I'd gaze upon this cup of my own. Thank you so much, Shirley. You're a lot of the real deal. Sorry for treating you like kids, giving you the side eye and all. How'd you realize the error of your ways? But I gotta ask, are you really gonna drink out of that thing? Well, you know, I think I might pass on that for now. Don't get the wrong idea now. My brew would never lose to this cup if I drank it from it. Absolutely, perfectly fine, probably. But you never know, of course. Always a risk. I can't afford to break my promise to support you, can I? Sure enough. I'm glad you're making the smart choice. I'll say thanks for your support. Of course, and once you're crowned, I'll raise a toast to you in this very cup. Oh, it's still
Well, that
intended
settles
somewhere,
that.
huh? Oh, we got a new supporter in Fancy Some Blues. Let's see what
All right then.
Let's see here. Alright,
Let's go.
we'll go to Seabreeze Street for the guy with the toothbrush, and then we'll be done. And
Yeah? No. Hey, mister. Yeah?
you're back. Does that mean you brought my toothbrush of Hygienia? Ow. So here you go.
Proper aces.
So this is the legendary toothbrush. Let's see if it works. Already? I don't know. It's healing magic or something. They say it can kill all the mouth's toxins in a flash. Here you go.
Mission accomplished.
So we got the 15,000 Reeve. So now we're up to 163,000 Reeve. When your teeth hurt, you can't enjoy food. You can't enjoy going outside. Feel like I couldn't get any joy out of life anymore. Oh, and I found this weird glowing bug. You can have it too if you want. Gold beetle, huh? Sure. Guess we'll take it. And of course, I'll support you in the tournament. How could I not? You were kind to some random guy raving about seeing tooth monsters. But I'm now clear-headed and back onto it. Looking back on it, I think I might have hallucinated after all. I mean, come on, tooth monsters, what was I thinking? And I can say tooth monsters are very real. Ah, you're a stand-up fellow, but not a great comedian. Though, I see it's a metaphor. Like I've got to brush my teeth every day, or they'll come back, eh? Well, thanks for the advice. You can bet I'll be brushing my teeth regular daily schedule now. Keep at it and be careful with your cavities yourself. I'm rooting for you. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to be infiltrating Luis's ship in the next video. So we'll do some shopping around, and then after we infiltrate his ship, we'll complete Stroll's quest line and such. Thank you again for joining us. We'll be back with more. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll be back very soon with more Metaphor ReFantazio. Thank you so much.